Welcome to Craftify AI tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how to create some business crafts that help you create a very dynamic business profile to make sure that you craft the perfect marketing content every time. So we're going to start off in Craftify AI. You're going to start off in your business profile, which you can find down here. And up here, you'll see new business craft. We're going to click that. And then we'll see that we have quite a few different business profile crafts that we need to use to get going. So let's start off with our competitor research. Click craft here. And basically, if you have a competitor that's near you, you can find them, add their website in here, and we'll see what kind of competitor they are. If they are a SEO competitor, etc. So I'm just gonna use a another art store, for example. And we're going to see that based off of that one competitor, we'll see all these different competitors that are out there that are very similar to that same business that we were just looking at. All right, if you don't want to include some of these in your information, so like Walmart.com, for example, you can unselect that and make sure that you get exactly what you're looking for. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click next. And then we can see what the pay-per-click competitors are as well. So I'm going to go ahead and see. Here we have several of these have very similar, um, are very similar to the above list. So I'm going to go ahead and unclick the ones that I think are not important for what I want. And let's see here. All right, some of these look like they're important. All right, and then I'm going to click done. So then we'll see that we have all of these SEO competitors using the um, same keywords across their websites as the original search that I made. And then here are also the pay-per-click competitors that are doing the same type of advertising. So that's a great way for you to get started to know what your competitors look like. Now we're going to come back over to our business crafts and we can look at a keyword set, for example. So going on a keyword set, there's a few different things we can do here. You can look at keywords based on a single keyword, so other keywords that you might want to use. You can also find keywords relevant to a website that you might want to scrape a website and find their keywords that they're using. Or you can get stats on a list of keywords that you already use and see what they're looking like. So I'm going to go ahead and just search from a keyword idea just to get an idea of more keywords that I might use in the future. So my keyword is going to be art studio. Clicking next, we're going to see some related keywords that are really important. And we'll be able to see the cost per click, the volume of clicks. We're going to keep on looking at all of the stats that are going to be important towards these keywords that are related to art studio. And so you'll be able to see which type of keywords are going to be important for you. Now, of course, you might come through and see that some of these might not be relevant. So you might want to remove a few of them depending on the type that you're looking for, like martial arts, for example. Still in the arts, but a very different type of art, you know? So you want to go ahead and make sure you go through these to make sure some of these are going to be relevant. However, these are looking good. All right, and so I'm going to go ahead and click next. So I'm going to choose those to retain that information for the future. And I can also use these keywords later on during a craft to add those keywords to get um, more traffic, for example. So then we'll see that based off of those keywords, we'll have some question keywords that people might be asking to look for something very similar. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through these as well. You can choose to take your time to read through all of those. You can also scroll to the right and you'll see all of the different stats based on these keywords as well that are based off of questions. All right. Clicking next, and we'll come down to the transaction keywords as well. So all of these are also related to our original search, and you'll be able to see what type of keywords are used to make these transactions, all of the stats that are related to those as well. And of course, you'll want to unclick the ones that are not relevant to you, for example. And then going forward, clicking done, we've created a generic keyword set of keywords that are going to be great for you to use for your business based off of that single search. So you've got an idea of how to go forward using some great SEO right off the bat. Now, after keyword search, we've got a few more things to look at. So we have the audience segment persona. Let's look at this real quick. Now, automatically, your audience segment is going to be, um, you're going to have some information already about who you are based off of your business profile. But Craftify AI is going to want just a little bit more information on what you think that your audience segment is going to need so they can really read into that and create a great audience profile for you. So, what are your audience looking for? They're looking to relax, get creative, try something new with painting. So, and how do they behave? This is also an optional one, but you can add things about their lifestyle. Are they a certain age range? Do they live in a certain area? Things like that. Click next. We're going to see what our craft creates here for our audience segment. And it's going to go ahead and give us a persona name, who they might be, what kind of background they have, what their goals and challenges are, communication preferences, things like that. We've got a great overview of who this particular audience might look like. And then I'm going to go ahead and click done. We'll see our results. So we have one persona overview that we've just created. It's going to save it as that type. However, you can create several different personas to create for different audiences. So, for example, an art studio looking to have art classes for children, so you would want to look for parents in the area looking for an art class for a child, for example. So you can create several different personas for moving forward. Now, coming back into our business crafts, I'm going to set a website audit report. We can look at what our website is looking like and what it might need to have better performance, accessibility, or better SEO. So, Craftify AI has this already built in to give you some ideas on how your website is performing and what you might need to do to change things up in the future to have an even better and more dynamic website. So we're going to look at this. Um, Looks like we're good in accessibility. Performance needs a little bit of help. Our SEO is looking great. But it's good to have this audit report summary, especially for the mobile view, to see how it's working, and what changes we can make in the future. So, um, that got us started with our business profile. We've created several different crafts to get an idea of our audience, who our competitors are, and get us kickstarted with our SEO. We'll go in depth on all of these crafts in a different tutorial, but just to give you an overview, now that we've created those, we've got a much more advanced profile here for our profile in Craftify AI, meaning that we're ready to start going and start crafting some great marketing content based off of our business profile. So that means Craftify has more than enough that it needs to know about our business so we can go forward and create amazing marketing content for you. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and have a great day. Happy crafting.